No cap, no cap, no cap, no cap. Like this though, this.
The dope thing about what we was just talking about, at no point did we ever say that the dudes of we never bashed any dudes of today. What we're saying is real clear. It was a different era where people used to say, and we grew up in it. And for the majority of us who have grown up in it, we've taken a turn to say, for the better, we're going to be involved in our kids' lives, and we're going to be fathers because we didn't have that. For the majority, that is what it is now, and that wasn't a majority thing when we grew up. The majority was all our partners, for the most part, didn't have no dad in their life. That the ones who did, that was a minority. That wasn't a majority. Now it's a majority, and that's because of individuals like you and I who have done that.
But so, you know something too? That it's a pro and a con of everything, right? This is where I like to work at. This is where I like to work. This is where my mind started working, right? It's a pro and a con to everything because nowadays, if you look at the kids, we raising softer ass children. These children, the children is softer, right? They like little punk ass kids. They like little punk ass kids. No respect having that little mother.
Now, so now we going. So we in this era, right? We talking about eras, and you're absolutely right.
Hey, we might need to step away for a minute so these motherfuckers get some nuts. Cause these motherfuckers, these some suckers.
Motherfuckers ain't got no character or nothing because they get everything and they come to expect everything.
Hey, these motherfuckers grab a phone in a minute. We used to get pulled over. We get pulled over. We be hella scared, man. I call you on the phone. Hey, hold on. They just pulled me over. Yes, sir. No, sir. Here's my license, sir. These kids get arrested these days. The first thing they do,
pull the camera out. Yeah.
Man, shit.
It's a different era, and you have a point when you say that a lot of the kids that when you was talking about the disrespect. When we talk about eras of growing up, it don't matter if it was father in the house, grandmother, mother, uncle, auntie, big cousin. One thing for sure, all day,
respect somebody. Respect your elders.
You gonna even at school. The lady who lived, you said we grew up in apartments. Even if you grew up in the hood, because some hoods had houses, but they were still hoods. But when you was in that hood, whether it was apartments or was a hood and it was houses or whatever, when you walked outside that neighborhood, you had to have a certain level of respect. Period. It's the most, because I don't want to throw all the kids under the bus, but the majority of the kids nowadays, that level of respect that we had, even in adversity of not having what these kids have today, we had respect because you would get checked for disrespect off top. And then it'll get back to your household if you was outside. And just for the simple fact that somebody is telling your mama about some shit that you did outside and it get back to her.
Hey, let me tell you a story real quick, Pete. You remember the BV? BV?
Yeah.
We stayed in building 20 on the second floor, okay? And my mom, in the BV, they gave you know how this shit go, man. You get one assigned parking stall.
Yeah.
And my mama had the parking stall. And so from the patio, we could see the parking stall. Yeah. And so the guy parked in my mama parking stall. And I told him, hey, man, you better get the fuck out of my mama parking stall. That ain't your parking stall, nigga. Bruh, he said, what? He said, what you said? I say, nigga, you heard me? Move that out of my mama parking stall. I'm going to tell your mama when she get here. Nigga, fuck you. Nigga, my mama. Nigga, my mama came. This nigga didn't move the parking stall the whole time. This nigga waited for she didn't get there.
Just to make sure he told on your ass.
Man, he told her your son was up there telling me to get the fuck out your parking stall. She came up in that house and whooped my ass. Casey, what you say to that man downstairs? Ow! She said, man, that man wouldn't piss on you to put you out if you was on fire. Ow! I was like, shit. These kids, they smart. The kids these days, they way more advanced and way more, advanced than what we were. They just don't have that level of respect. These kids, a lot of these kids don't have common sense, but they have intelligence.
Common sense, the common sense and respect. Now listen, you know what I do for a living, right?
I know.
Okay.
Train the brain.
And I train youth.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I see you.
Okay. Of all backgrounds, ethnicities, cultures, everything. And every single one of them, and all my kids that's go see this video know I'm telling the truth, and all their parents know I'm telling the truth. And notice I said my kids.
Right.
When they come in my facility, it's two things that we gonna have for sure. Three.
Straightening.
Respect. Discipline. And common sense.
Common sense ain't always all that common though.
And I am the teacher. I'm the teacher that's gonna teach them what respect is. I'm the teacher that's gonna teach them what discipline is. I'm the teacher that's gonna teach them when they stupid as hell. You smart as hell in class and dumb as hell in common sense. And I'm gonna teach them and hold them accountable. And they laughing right now when they see this. Their parents is laughing. You know, I didn't have parents text me when their kid is on their way to come train and say, Coach P, can you get on so-and-so for me? They was being disrespectful. Hannah, I would love nothing more than to get on them and get them right. Because first of all, don't be a certain way around me and then think you're going to go home to your parents and be disrespectful. Now you disrespecting me. Because now you telling me you just doing that in my face, but you ain't really adhering to it. Now we got a
plan in my face. Right.
Now I feel disrespected. More than if you would have did it in my face. So now we got a problem. So my point to that is anybody can be taught respect, discipline, and all those things, but it got to be the right environment and there got to be some teachers.